Neighborhood Bridges make so much sense on so many levels. It is connecting the basic needs of shoes or backpacks or a multitude of other things that are needed. And it makes the whole community be involved into that process. So whether you can do a little bit or whether you can do a lot, or whether the need that Neighborhood Bridges brings to your attention is something that really speaks to your heart, it gives us all a way to connect and create an environment where our students can be successful, while parents have less stress, and all those things that we read about every day that causes the problems in our communities.
As one of the social workers at Fairhope High School, it really means a lot to me to have the community come together to remove barriers that our students face each day. It truly takes a village to meet the needs of our students, and we've been so blessed with such a generous community that sees those needs and will rise to the occasion to come together and take care of our students.
What excites me about Neighborhood Bridges is this is an opportunity to help people that you may not necessarily know that there's a need, that they need help. But our first responders go into houses a lot of times and see things that other people don't see. And they might realize that there's a need there, and we would love to help with that. I would say to other first responders considering being involved with this is a great opportunity. Yes, we get the opportunity to help people all the time, but this is another way to help. This is not necessarily going in their house on an emergency. This is a day-to-day need that they may need help with, and I think we could provide that.
One of the best parts about Neighborhood Bridges is that I'm not calling on the same group of people to help meet a need over and over. I find that there are a lot of generous people within my school community that in the past, before Neighborhood Bridges, they were my go-to people. And now I have a whole network, so multiple people get to share in the joy of giving. One of the most difficult things in our community right now is a lack of affordable housing. And so I find that families are struggling to pay for rent, and it doesn't leave a whole lot left over for extra things, and many families would consider school supplies an extra thing, or being able to send snacks in with their student an extra thing. And Neighborhood Bridges helps parents take some of that pressure off in living in a community where almost all of your income is going to go to your housing.
We were made aware of Neighborhood Bridges this last year, and as a pastor, I absolutely love the idea of our church getting involved in the local community. We're aware of a lot of the needs of congregates in our church and folks that attend there, but to know of needs that we can meet as a church family for folks outside of our church has just been a huge blessing, huge encouragement, and our folks have loved the opportunity to help our community.
And one of the first barriers that I can see is a child, wherever he may be, but a child coming to one of our schools, he just doesn't have everything he needs, whether it's school supplies, whether it's a breakfast or whatever it might be. Breaks my heart, breaks many hearts when that happens. There are folks that probably think it doesn't happen to us, but when we see that happening in our feeder pattern, and not just in Fairhope, but around this county, that's where Neighborhood Bridges comes in. It bridges that gap between those of need and the so many wonderful people in our community that have means to fix that need. And so the barrier is a child that's missing whatever it might be, because I'm so enthused about how this system works and can work, and I look forward to it expanding throughout the rest of our county.
Well, I always say that our business community is our heartbeat. It is the bloodline, the resources for our community to thrive and to provide the quality of life that we all want and enjoy here on the Eastern Shore. So our nonprofits are our soul, and they're the ones that reach out to places that we often don't see in our daily lives, meet the needs of people that sometimes are voiceless, we don't see, we don't hear from, and they walk among us every day. So as a chamber leader and business leader, it's important that we reach out to our entire community, elevate everyone, because that elevates our quality of life and makes our community come together in ways that nothing else can.
To any community considering neighborhood bridges, this is why I feel like it's very important. There's children, regardless of the economic status of the community, there's needs, and every child deserves to be heard. They deserve to be, the basic needs. No child should do without. So I think it's just, it is a blessing to be involved in that and be able to bridge the community to the children in need.
The reason I think Neighborhood Bridges is so important to our community is because it helps those who are in need. And I think it's community members helping other community members and reaching out to local partners who can provide the resources that these folks need that they might not otherwise be able to get.
Neighborhood Bridges brings a holistic approach to helping families and students. They partner well with Prodigy Pantry because sometimes a simple request means a whole lot to a family and a whole lot to a student. And if we can work together to lift up families and their children, we are impacting the community on levels that are immeasurable.
My decision to lead Neighborhood Bridges in Baldwin County came from a year of being a donor, and it was such a blessing. We live in such a kind community, and just seeing the needs in the school system. My children attended Baldwin County schools from kindergarten to graduation, so I saw the needs, and finally being at a point in my life where I could meet the needs and help connect the community just turned out to be a huge blessing.
I've been looking for a place to volunteer in my community and really make a difference, and this is a good fit for me. No student should ever feel less than. Neighborhood Bridges facilitates direct local giving. Think of it as a year-round angel tree. It's exciting to be part of a community that's so willing to help students and families who are struggling. Currently, we serve the Eastern Shore area, but our long-range goal is to expand into all of Baldwin County, and we hope to accomplish that goal in 2023. We're really going to need your help, so please join with us.
My favorite part of Neighborhood Bridges is the needs that are met are very specific. So, say a little boy needs a pair of size 10 shoes. That specific pair of shoes is delivered to the school and the child gets the need that he needs. Because there's not a lot of waste is what I love about it. And the child gets the pair of shoes and it's all anonymous. And the counselors, their face when you see them, like when you drop it off at the school, they're all very happy to receive the need for the child. And it makes them happy to see the child's face when they do receive it. And that's my favorite part.